Welcome to Fear-Free Living. I'm playing you one of my favorite albums from the Manouche music, Manouche, Gypsy Jazz. Hello. Welcome to your pre-Thanksgiving thankful session of Fear-Free Living. I'm just going to give you a few things to help you get aligned into the right space going into Thanksgiving. Because believe it or not, you do believe it because I know you and you're hip. People have a lot of time staying focused on the meaning of something in the middle of the madness of what it takes to bring it together. So we know Thanksgiving is really not about us. It's about Him and being thankful for Him and appreciative. But it's for us. There's something that changes in the brain in the act of gratitude, the act of thanksgiving. There's something that changes in the brain. And before I think about it, I want to give you a link for you to go to dreamfarmradio.org, and you can hear my special Thanksgiving episode. I'm going to put this here, Thanksgiving episode, and it's all about giving thanks. This is the Dream Farm Radio Thanksgiving show. You've got to go to dreamfarmradio.org to, let's go back here. Here we go, to hear it. And I take all the music of the season that I can to redirect people to the meaning and the heart of Thanksgiving. We know that in the pressure to entertain, to cook, whatever, we could maybe be the last thankful people on the earth. But you need to understand why it's important that we wake up and we speak thankful words, because it changes the brain. It changes what happens in the chemicals in your body. Words are portals. They either open you up to darkness or they open you up to heaven's ideas about you and your life. So I'll thank you to stop that. When your brain is going on and sharing with you about the state of the nation, especially the state of the world, the fears, the anxieties, the things that are weighing on you, hanging over your head, you got to go, I'll thank you to stop that. I'll thank you to stop that. And just waking up and beginning to say, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for today. I'm so thankful for being alive. I'm so thankful for sharing my life with people. I'm so thankful that I'm able to be on this planet. I'm so thankful that I have a place in heaven. You can't kill me. I'm so thankful that wherever I go to win. I'm so thankful that I never lose. Because you see, in Christ, even if something doesn't go your way in an instant or a moment, or there's a reversal, that is never, ever, ever the end of it. You always can walk in total and complete victory. So when you wake up, especially tomorrow, I want you to be extra thoughtful about the words I am thankful for. Thank you for. I appreciate you. I'm thankful for this, and this. I remember I used to have like Thanksgiving parties in my brain when I wanted to see spiritual breakthrough, and I'd just get in the car and go, I'm thankful for brown, I'm thankful for yellow, I'm thankful for sky, I'm thankful for sea, I'm thankful for struggle, I'm thankful for victory, I'm thankful for all these. The light is so weird on this deal. I'm thankful for the ability to show up. I'm thankful that God uses evil for good. I'm so thankful for turkey. I'm thankful for stuffing. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful for that. And you have a Thanksgiving party in your brain. It will literally shift and realign you. And this makes it very, very hard for fear, anxiety, depression have any space in you. You know, it's the gates of Thanksgiving, entering his gates with Thanksgiving is so amazing, because that means that that Thanksgiving act is a portal into something, into freedom, into a change of state, into a change of brain waves, into a change of, some people would say, vibration and frequency, because language, words move in sound waves, right? They're mechanical. They push the air. So when you are moving out words, ideas, phrases that keep you in Thanksgiving, it's really hard to be afraid. Just like fear and love really don't, they're like oil and water. I think Thanksgiving and fear are like oil and water. I think that they don't inhabit the same space. So as soon as you move into thankfulness, into Thanksgiving, and especially verbalizing it, not just a sense of generally pleased with, a lot of times what passes for Thanksgiving is just generally acknowledgement, right? I'll acknowledge in my heart, yes, this is cool. Yes, I've got blessings. Yes, I have, that was nice, or what, oh, that was nice of you, or yeah, good job. We have these sort of generalized feelings of, yeah, I got a lot to be thankful for. But when you actually employ your mouth and your words to speak and to say, thank you for my life. Thank you for my husband. Thank you for my kids. Thank you for, that was so funny. Thank you. That's so good. I'm so thankful for that. I thank you for my life. I thank you for my hope. I thank you for the things that I've overcome. And you just get it out there, begin saying it. It's a very different experience in the spirit, in the natural, in your brain, in your body, than just having a generalized sense that you're blessed, a generalized sense that, yeah, there's some good things going on. Thanksgiving's an act of entry. It creates a portal. I believe it's a weapon. I think it's a brain retraining activation. I think it's definitely a state changer, where you can change from being in one position of depressed, discouraged, downhearted, or even sitting next to somebody at the table that you're not exactly that thrilled to be with, but you learn how to employ the weapon and the technique and the power of Thanksgiving. I dare you to do that, because I doubt seriously that your fear is going to be able to share the space with your thanks. And so as we talk about changing the brain and rewiring ourselves and understanding that that the desire, that the willingness and the freedom to live without fear means living in choice. It means living in choice of what you are going to have as your set point for peace, contentment, and security. If you're in Thanksgiving, you're creating a set point for security. Because if you're in a situation where things really suck and it's bad and they make you uncomfortable, but you can be thankful in that situation, you actually create the environment by which you could feel safe and secure, even in the midst of something you don't like. I'll give you an example and then we'll close today. Corrie ten Boom was this Dutch woman who was put in the Ravensbrück camp with her sister. And because she and her sister and their father hid Jews during World War II, and they were taken away into the camps for hiding Jews. And she was not a Jewish person. She's a Christian. And she and her sister were in the camps, and they had obviously a very, very difficult time, or horrendous time. And her story is amazing, because she talks about the power of God in the midst of the concentration camp. And one of the things that happened to them there was that their building, their particular camp building where they were all bunked and where the women were living, was infested with lice. So what you might think, well, gosh, on top of, getting thrown in a concentration camp for my beliefs and all the suffering that goes on there, you got to give me lice too. This is the Job moment. Well, as it turned out, it was because of the lice that the women prison guards, who were so invasive and ugly and abusive, and who used to search their belongings and monitor them closely, it was because of the lice that these prison guards would not enter or mess with the people in that particular essentially cell block or building in the camp. And so one of the things that went along with that is that Corrie ten Boom First of all, she was able to smuggle her Bible into the camp. And so they had Bible studies in the midst of the camp, in their prison cell block, essentially. And the guards never came to bother, interrupt, or search them. And so she became very, very thankful for the lice. And that was a state change. That was a security change, because actually she could see the suffering of the lice as a way in which God had hidden them, had kept them, and had put a protective wall about them. How he was with them, how he had used something that they could easily have turned into an even darker perspective on their life, an even more fear-filled perspective. In other words, here we are in the camp. Here we are, being suffering. Who knows whether we're going to get out of here alive? And not only that, but now the lice, what do they bring? Do they bring pestilence? Do they bring disease? What else do we have to be afraid of? Now we got to be afraid of the lice. But instead, Corrie ten Boom realized that God had used the lice, and the lice were there as part of her answer. The lice were there as part of her prayer. The lice were there as part of her protection. The lice were there as part of a number of things God did to be with them right in the midst of the camp. And so she began to have these Bible studies, and she impacted an amazing group of women, many of whom were atheists and agnostics and bitter people for having been in those camps. And yet she was able to bring the gospel to them in a super powerful way. So here we are in whatever we're in. And it actually is the thanksgiving about and in and through those circumstances that changes that whole fear-filled state into a secure state. If I can know that even the lice are a gift, even the lice are something to be thankful for, because God is in it with me, going through it, then my fear doesn't have the same space to live in. So I just want you to realize that Thanksgiving is not just a nice thing to do. It's not just a hallmark moment for us all. Thanksgiving is a powerful weapon. It is a brain changer. It is a brain trainer. It is also a shift out of anxiety and fear into provision, to say, oh Lord, thank you that right now, this, and this. I may be in a fear state. I may be feeling anxious. I may be feeling depressed, but thank you, thank you, thank you. I can see this. 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 Make a list. Especially if you're in a deep place of anxiety and depression right now, make a list of what you're thankful for and say it out loud. Another little pinpoint I want to leave on the wall of your brain is a little story about Zig Ziglar and a woman who had a super, super negative mindset, very depressed, very angry. And he said to her, she said, I hate my job. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. There's not anything I like about it. I'm so upset being here. And he challenged her. He said, lady, I can tell you how to be happy. I can tell you how to change all that. So she's like, yeah, right. And he told her to write down 10 things she liked about her job, which is another way of saying 10 things you're thankful about, right? And she said, there's nothing I like about it. And he said, well, do you like getting a check? Do you like getting paid? And she thought about it. She said, yeah, well, I guess the money's okay. So they wrote down, I like getting paid. I'm thankful to get paid every week. Well, where's your parking space? Well, it's actually closer to the building than other people's things. Okay, I like my parking space. Do you like the fact that, and he really made her dig deep into things that she had not valued at all, because she was so stuck in truly negative things, truly things she didn't like, truly things and he said, now they found 10 things eventually, maybe 10 really small things. Well, I love the fact that I have an electric pencil sharpener at my desk, and it beats sharpening those pencils in my hand, whatever it is. And he had her write down the 10 things that she liked about her job and that she was thankful for. And he said, now I want you to put these on your wall, and I want you to say these out loud several times a day. Yeah, right. Oh yeah, sure. Right. What's I going to do? And so the bottom line was, somehow this lady did it. And she came back into one of his meetings, and it had completely changed not only her job situation, but what she was able to do and how she was able to move forward. And so what I'm saying is Thanksgiving, and not it turning even I like into I thank you for. I thank you for the lice. I thank you that I get a paycheck here. I thank you that at least my parking space is not 3 blocks away. I thank you I got an electric pencil sharpener. I thank you. I thank you. I'm thankful for. I thank. It is a portal. It is a weapon. It is a state changer. It is a healing force, and it is a way in to being aware of God's presence. So, if you want something to stop in your life that's negative, start with thanks. I thank you to stop that. Thank you to stop that. What do you need to stop in your brain, in your heart, in your emotions? I thank you, Lord, to stop that and stay focused on that. So, anyways, happy Thanksgiving. Do something thankful, because I dare you to be afraid at the same time you're thankful. I don't think you can do it. So,